All right, One Pride Nation. Some interesting news coming out today in that it turns out the Detroit Lions have a little bit more depth on the defensive front than I originally suspected. Allow me to explain. You remember we talked about unrestricted free agents and players that would walk. And included in these were defensive linemen Josh Pascal and Levi Onwuzurike. But it turns out, due to a little known clause in the current CBA, these two players were subjected to something called contract tolling. And that is, because neither of them could play in the final year of their contract, the contract was, in fact, paused and resumes in the next NFL year. That means that Josh Pascal, who spent all of last year on the NFI reserve list, and Levi Onwuzurike, who spent all of last season on the PUP list because it was discovered he had that knee injury after they signed the one-year deal, are both still under contract through the 2026 season. Now, neither of these players have done a significant amount to move the needle. Josh Pascal was an interesting prospect coming out of college, and it was hoped that he would add a little bit of almost interior pass rush, coming off the edge but playing more of that in-between slot of the 4-eye, something the Lions really love. That's never materialized, but he now gets one more year to try to prove it before his rookie contract is over. Levi, on the other hand, was kind of starting to make a name for himself in 2024. He had had his most healthy season and was returning to the Lions on a one-year prove-it deal before it was discovered that his knee just couldn't go. He had surgery and sat out all of last year. Now, that one-year prove-it deal comes into 2026. And this will be more interesting because players coming off of a knee surgery generally need a season to recover before they're at their peak. So his one-year prove-it deal may actually make him cheaper in the long run. So I want to know what you think, Lions fans. Do these two players being still under contract through 2026 move the needle at all for you in terms of confidence in having the depth in the rotation on the defensive line? Or do you feel like you've seen everything they have to offer and you're just looking for something new on the defensive front so we can make sure next season isn't a repeat of last? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below.